What's up, Commanders fans? Welcome back to Commanders HQ. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This team is working every single week to get sharper, stronger, and closer to becoming a consistent winner in the NFL. And just like the Commanders, we're here grinding every day to bring you the best coverage straight from Ashburn. So your support helps us keep doing it. All right, let's talk about it because we've got breaking news heading into Monday Night Football. Washington's biggest offseason acquisition, Deebo Samuel Sr., is expected to play against the Chicago Bears, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. This is massive for the Commanders, who head into this primetime matchup sitting at 3-2 and looking to stack back-to-back wins for the first time this season. Now, let's be real, this wasn't a sure thing. Samuel was officially listed as questionable on the injury report with a heel issue that's been bothering him for weeks. He's been fighting through it, pushing past the pain barrier and still managing to be Jaden Daniels' go-to weapon while Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown are both sidelined. McLaurin will miss his third straight game as he continues to recover from that quad and hip issue, and Brown remains out as well. So with two of Washington's top targets unavailable, Deebo's return isn't just good news, it's essential. Through 5 games, Deebo's put up 30 catches for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, plus another 46 yards on the ground. He's been the ultimate Swiss Army knife, lining up in the slot, outside, in motion, even taking handoffs out of the backfield. He was supposed to be the gadget guy, the versatile piece that keeps defenses off balance, but with McLaurin out, he's had to step into a WR1 role. And you know what? He's handled it like a pro. Still, that heel injury isn't something to take lightly. The fact that he's pushing through it to suit up for this game says everything about his toughness and his commitment to this team. This Monday night matchup isn't just another game, it's a statement opportunity. Last year, when Washington faced Chicago in primetime, it turned into one of the wildest games of the season, a back-and-forth thriller that ended with a Hail Mary miracle. That game, believe it or not, was the beginning of the end for Matt Eberflus in Chicago. But now, it's a brand new era for both franchises. For Washington, it's the Dan Quinn and Jaden Daniels era, an era built on toughness, discipline, and explosiveness. And for Chicago, it's the Caleb Williams experiment, the #1 overall pick versus last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. This is more than just a game. It's a showcase of 2 young quarterbacks trying to define the future of the NFC. Washington comes in with home field advantage, a top-tier defense, and one of the most creative run games in the NFL. But make no mistake, Ben Johnson's Bears have had 2 weeks to prepare, and they'll have a specific plan to slow down Daniels and this attack. Let's talk about QB1 for a second, Jaden Daniels. Some people have whispered about a sophomore slump because he missed 2 games earlier in the season. But anyone who's actually watched him play knows that's nonsense. Last week against the Chargers, Daniels admitted he felt a little rusty early on, but then he went out and posted a 100 passer rating, 270 total yards, and a touchdown. That's what rusty looks like for this kid. Now, he's healthy, confident, and ready for the bright lights of Monday Night Football. What's fascinating is hearing how opposing coaches are talking about him. Bears defensive coordinator Dennis Allen compared facing Daniels to defending a triple option offense. He said, "The engine to this thing is the quarterback. His ability to run makes you play 11 on 11 football." Think about that. In a league built around pocket passers, Daniels forces defenses to cover every single blade of grass. He stretches the field horizontally and vertically. Every snap is a chess match. Will he hand it off, keep it, roll out and fire a dart downfield? Defenses have to stay disciplined on every play because if even one guy misses his assignment, Daniels will make them pay. Bears head coach Ben Johnson didn't hold back when talking about the Commanders' offense either. He said there's something new every week. They put a lot of stress on a defense, but the clear focal point of that stress is the quarterback. He strikes a lot of fear in opposing coaches. That's real respect, and it's earned. Because Daniels isn't just an athlete, he's not just a runner. Johnson went out of his way to call him an extremely accurate thrower of the football. And he's right. Daniels has one of the most efficient deep balls in the league. His timing, touch, and ability to hit receivers in stride are what separate him from so many other dual-threat quarterbacks. The Bears know this isn't the same kid they faced last year. This is a more complete version, a quarterback who's learning to manipulate defenses, anticipate pressure, and command the offense with confidence. Cliff Kingsbury and Anthony Lynn deserve credit too. This coaching duo has built the #1 rushing offense in the league through 5 weeks, not because of one dominant back, but because of creativity and flexibility. They're blending motion, RPOs, designed QB runs, and traditional power football into something that looks fresh every week. It's hard to prepare for, and that's exactly the point. Expect a heavy dose of that again Monday night, especially if Debo's still feeling that heel. He'll probably line up all over the formation, short slants, jet sweeps, maybe even a few deep crossers to test Chicago's safeties. If Daniel stays poised, if the offensive line gives him just enough time, and if Debo can stay on the field, Washington could absolutely take control of this game early. Here's what's on the line, Commanders fans. A win moves Washington to 4-2, gives them their first winning streak of the year, and builds huge momentum heading into Week 17 against Dallas when Terry McLaurin is expected to return. That's the kind of momentum swing that can shape an entire season. It would also send a message to the rest of the NFC that the Commanders are no longer a team rebuilding, they're a team rising. This roster has balance, heart, and a quarterback who's earning the league's respect every single week. And with Debo back in the lineup, they've got the firepower to make a statement on the national stage. During a recent interview, Luke revealed a surprising off-season mentor who played a big part in his transformation, veteran wide receiver Adam Thielen. Yeah, that Adam Thielen, the 2-time Pro Bowler who carved out a stellar NFL career after going undrafted, known across the league as one of the best route runners of his generation. McCaffrey shared that while training in Charlotte during the offseason, Thielen invited him over to his house to train together, just the two of them. They worked on timing, body control, and route precision, and McCaffrey said those sessions completely changed the way he approached the receiver position.
He's an incredible person, McCaffrey said via commanders.com. It was super nice of him to help me out when I was in Charlotte training. He let me come to his house and watch him throw and stuff so I could get a feel. For context, Thielen never actually played with Christian McCaffrey during his Carolina Panthers stint, but it seems that family connection opened the door and Luke took full advantage. The result? A young receiver who's suddenly mastering the same subtle footwork, field vision, and deceptive route tempo that made Thielen such a nightmare for defenses for years. And that growth has been impossible to miss. Cliff Kingsbury, who's been deliberate about giving young players a chance to earn their roles, has increasingly trusted McCaffrey in big moments, on third downs, in red zone situations, in late-game drives. We're seeing number 83 step into the spotlight. Jaden Daniels has noticed it too. The rookie quarterback said he feels a different kind of timing with Luke this season, a confidence that the young receiver will be where he's supposed to be when the ball leaves his hand. And that's not something that happens by accident. That's built through film study, off-season grind, and mentorship from veterans who've mastered the craft. And the best part, McCaffrey isn't just making plays as a receiver. He's become one of the league's most efficient kick returners, ranking near the top in average return yards. That versatility is something Dan Quinn values deeply, players who can impact multiple phases of the game. When you think about the Commanders' offensive identity, explosive, flexible, team-oriented, Luke fits it perfectly. He's the kind of player who doesn't need 10 targets a game to make an impact. He finds ways to contribute, to move chains, to energize his teammates. But let's take a step back and really appreciate the significance here. Adam Thielen's mentorship isn't just a feel-good story. It's a reminder of what separates good players from great ones. It's about humility. It's about being willing to learn from someone who's already walked the path you're trying to take. And that's something Luke seems to embrace completely. He's not trying to be a star overnight. He's trying to master the details. And that's how careers last in the NFL. And when you combine that mentality with natural athleticism and the coaching of Cliff Kingsbury, who knows how to scheme players open, the ceiling gets higher and higher. Even when the Commanders' receiver room is fully healthy again, when Terry McLaurin returns, when Debo Samuel is 100%, when Noah Brown gets back into rhythm, Luke's earned his place in this offense. There's no doubt about it. He's proven he belongs, and more importantly, he's proven that his role can evolve week by week. Whether he's lining up in the slot, motioning out of the backfield, or handling return duties, this is a player the Commanders can depend on. And think about what that means for Jayden Daniels. Every young quarterback needs that reliable safety valve, that one guy he can trust to make the right read, the right adjustment, the right catch in traffic. McCaffrey is turning into that kind of weapon. And with the offense still adapting under Kingsbury's direction, having that dependable connection could be the difference in close games later this season. We also have to give credit to Kingsbury here. His ability to develop young talent, to simplify the game for them early while expanding their role over time, has been outstanding. You can tell the coaching staff sees something special in Luke, not just as a role player, but as a long-term building block for this offense. And that's the kind of development you love to see in a new era of Commanders football, not just relying on stars, but growing new ones from within. So, Commanders fans, here's the question. Do you think Deebo Samuel should play through the pain, or should the team be cautious and rest him another week? And what are your expectations for Jayden Daniels under the Monday night lights? Can he deliver another primetime magic moment like last year's Hail Mary? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. And hey, if you're hyped for Monday Night Football and proud of how this team is fighting week after week, hit that like button, subscribe to Commanders HQ, and turn on those notifications. We've got full coverage, breakdowns, and insider reactions coming your way right after the game. This is Commanders HQ, where passion meets analysis and the fan's voice drives the conversation. Let's go, Commanders. Let's take care of business on Monday night.